Started the business over 35 years ago. A lot has changed over the years, but one thing still remains the same.
Our passion for fixing cars. With a team of over 12 men and women, they work day in and day out to provide us the best quality service possible.
From light and heavy duty vehicle repairs and maintenance work,
diagnostics and racing transmissions,
performance parts and Jeep upgrades,
automotive detailing,
used car sales,
and towing through our sister company, AC Towing.
Our team has the knowledge and understanding to solve all your vehicle needs while putting your mind at ease.
Experience the Ogilvie difference.
It's worth the drive.
Hello and welcome back to the Bracket Life broadcast. Brandon back with you. Sorry, getting our border situated. Brandon back with you, and as always, my excellent partner, Counselor Andrew Sturr. Andrew,
hey, sir, how you doing?
On. Excellent, bud.
Appreciate it.
Excellent.
Hey, we got the screen moved around there. All right.
Yeah, she flipped. We got a lot going on here. We got a lot going on. I had to switch setups here. I'm on Rachel's MacBook. I'm not a big fan. It's a lot of messing around that I'm not used to. But we will make it through. We'll get through this. We got an action-packed show for you today. The sponsor, if you picked up from watching the video, OGILVIE'S Auto and Fleet Service. OGILVIE'S dealer for K&R Performance Engineering Parts, Jones Transmission Pumps, RC Components, FTI Transmissions. They're also a Motor State dealer. They can get you anything. Whatever you need for your race car, whatever you need for your tow rig, for your trailer, all those parts, pieces, whatever you can come up with. Very knowledgeable people. That's who I ask for everything, right? Obviously, my in-laws, great help, great support, and everybody who does meet them or deal with them always has great luck. So give everybody at Ogilvie's a call. Need any information, send us a message. Want to learn something, find something out. I was just selling what I moved this week. Sold a couple of dial boards and a delay box in the last 2 weeks too. So there's lots of stuff moving in and out, right? Lots of work to be done over the winter. So thank you to
Christmas is coming up.
You are absolutely right. Christmas is coming. That's where I get now. I've been starting to get Christmas presents from Ogilvie's, so that's how it works. But so thank you to Ogilvie's for supporting the broadcast. Everybody else who does support us. So Andrew, we'll roll into the Canadian countdown. We got a lot going on. It's November.
Yep.
There's still a lot of Canadian racing happening.
Yeah, a lot of guys sitting south of the border. Actually, just had an event this past weekend there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The
World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup. So, Andrew, do you know much about the World Cup deal?
So, as far as I know, it's they call it the import versus domestic World Cup, and the best I can see is it's the combination of like the import world for drag racing with a lot of the domestic classes we're used to, like X275. Essentially outlaw, like I guess pro mod outlaw type of deal. There's front wheel drive classes, but some of the high end ones were basically like high end import versus the comparable domestic version of the class. So I think the class Carl Brunet, right? The Napierville representatives went down and won down there, and they were in the, and I had the name here a second ago. But they were in like basically the outlaw class. Like this was the, outlaw pro mod. We're all going low sixes, 580s. I think Jeff Lutz was there, the street outlaw. Odom from Street Outlaws. There was quite a few other big, like quote unquote big tire cars there, right? And I guess I think the Brunets came out from the import side because there was a lot of inline 4-cylinder stuff going like 580s, like 240, like stuff that's just
it's wild.
Yeah. Like I'm sure they're at flyweight just because of like they're in cars built out of every lightweight component you can think of, right? With a 4-cylinder, but to think that anything with 4 cylinders had made enough power to go into the 5-second zone at 240 is insane.
And I've seen that car fly. Like we go to Napierville a fair amount, and then they have the Pro Mod deal going on, and Carl, Nick, brothers who run the car together, they don't come work on this and tear it all apart. Like they make a hit, and that like they really do the 8th mile stuff, but they'll go run like a high 3-second run in the 8th mile, and they just come back. They'll take the hood off, put a couple fans on it, and then just carry on. Right?
Yeah.
It's wild.
If you follow this, there's a few places like you have some of the other outlets like 1320, right? Like the streetcar guys, they have some channels. So you can follow some stuff through there, and you watch them watch around the pits, and like every import car has a motor out of it, a head off it. Like the level of destruction by Friday night, if you follow some of those avenues, is insane. And then you follow the Brunets at all, and any of the info on them, and those guys are never working on this stuff, and it flies, right? So
they got to work, right?
Oh yeah.
So congratulations, Carl Brunet, World Cup champion winner. There, representing Canada, representing Napierville Dragway. Awesome for them. Love whenever they go down. They don't do it a whole lot, but whenever they do, everybody knows they are present for it. Yeah. We have some racers already headed south for, I'm not sure if it's quite the winter series yet, but there's a lot of events going on. I know Terry Miron, Eddie LaPointe, they rolled out. They were at the border today. Posted that on Facebook. Those lads are headed to Florida for 3 weeks, I believe. 3 weeks to a month.
Okay.
I signed Terry last week. They're hitting a bunch of races, as many as they can. They're actually heading to Mississippi for one. So we'll have updates, kind of as we go on something like that. Adam DeSantis is loaded up. He's heading down the Destroyer. I'm sure it's going to be a great. There's going to be a good story or two out of that one.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not sure how long Adam is going down for, but I'm sure it's for a while. They've got the dragster and a little car set up in the trailer to drive around whenever they get there.
They look prepared to set up temporary residence in Florida, from what I saw.
Yes, absolutely. If you didn't see it, our boy Travis Ringeth, Travis on here fairly often, got some spotlight on Drag Champ today. The racer spotlight for, oh God, what is it? What's their group called?
Yes,
Drag. Yeah, whatever the Drag Champ group is. So the racer spotlights, that was cool to see that. Cool to see Travis get it. Canadians getting recognized is always neat. Greenfield Dragway, we got some big news down east. Possibility of owning the property that the facility is on. They're working on that. We got some messages there last week talking about it. Saw the post that they just put out. So that's all going down. I believe that's actually happening today.
Yeah. Okay.
Was when it was happening. They were meeting with the township. If anybody has any more news about that, let us know. But they're setting up to try and buy the land. It will be a permanent drag strip along with the airport facility. It already is. They're going to work with the airport group there to make that work. So that'll be great for them. Cape Breton Dragway, big update there. Got a big donation there to the track. So this is to add a full-time power supply, upgrade wiring, enhance the lighting, safety, and security at the racetrack. And a 5th lane is being added to the lanes. Key areas are being repaved. So that's awesome, right?
Yeah, those are big news. I love to see stuff like that when you're talking about any racetrack, right? Like these are fundamental upgrades, and to get the partnership, the funding grant that they've got to be able to go after that is, that's a huge contribution to being able to do a lot of work out there, right? And get, the upgrades that you, as any track or any racer would love to see at any track they go to, right? So that's fantastic news.
along with everything that's been working, right? Like they've had new programs coming out, new series coming up, and doing that last year. So that was really good for them. And then awesome to see it really moving forward out of, COVID in the last 2 years, when we spoke about everybody's nervous what's going to happen, what's looking the future, or how is the future going to look.
Yeah.
So far it's looking all right. So that's cool. We have the newly published, I guess, Canadian Drag Racing Hub on Facebook set up there. We did start that. Rachel did get that working through Bracket Life. The idea of it is to have one main spot for everything drag racing, right? Post all your links for what you're selling, all your events, all your results, all your champions, right? Celebrate that all there in one unbiased spot, group for everybody. Make sure you join the group on Facebook. Invite all your friends to it, right? We've got a lot of posts. This is where most of this information has been found, right? Cape Breton stuff, Greenfield stuff, all the champions have been posted, or many champions have been posted so far.
Yep.
And then post anything relevant that you think people will like in there, right? Let's keep it going. Let's keep the excitement for it. There's a lot of big things happening over the winter leading up to 2023. So
Absolutely.
Get the word out.
For sure. And it's been a great resource, right? If you need things, get up on there and get posted about that, just great to see and interesting to find out that you don't normally get another, like from a Canadian standpoint, central location to go to find it, right? So it was fantastic. Actually, I was looking at the dragster that was posted for sale there that somebody sent as well from Propulsion Motorsport. Like, talk about it immediately hitting on the whole, look at this, right? Canadian Drag Racing Hub hits.
Exactly. Right away on it. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. Let us know what you think. Post some stuff in there. Invite your friends. And then, it should take off. It should be an awesome resource for all racers from coast to coast. So, Andrew, let's continue part 2 of our champions. We did them 2 weeks ago, right? We had a lot of champions. There's so many people and tracks and series to talk about for this. So we covered half of them 2 weeks ago. We're going to finish it out with what we have, right? If there are more, if we miss a track, we miss a series, anything like that, let us know, right?
Absolutely.
We're trying to keep up with it all. We need to, you can only find so much.
Well, this is the hard part is you can almost make a full-time job out of trying to find every point series that's across Canada and every track. And you don't realize there's so many until you actually start digging into it. And, we find more, and even other ones, I have to admit that I'm like, oh yeah, like I knew of that track. I'd forgot it, not regional, obviously. Right.
Yeah.
So it's tough. So if it's, if we miss something, it's not that we're missing it. We just missed it.
Yeah, that's right. And you can mark that down.
That's right.
Number 1 on the list for tonight, we have Shannonville Dragway, Shannonville Dragway Motorsports Park. There's a million names for it. SMP.
Rolling there. Yep.
That's right. Chuck Fran, your first year taking over the Shannonville Drag series, worked it through, had a lot of great support from the local racers, as we all knew he would, right? There's a huge group of awesome racers in my area, right around here. We're just down the road from Shannonville. This year, Super Pro winner, champion, Johnny Golka, Mr. KD Transmission there. Not a huge surprise. Johnny's won before. Johnny's won, I believe, multiple championships before. Had an awesome year. Little Camaro works great. I love driving that thing and racing it. Semi-pro, again, not a surprise here at all. Uncle Glenn Tandy rolling through on that. Glenn, once again, has won a ridiculous amount of Shannonville events, Shannonville championships, dominates forever. He has in semi-pro, in the nostalgia class, done both. Congratulations, Uncle Glenn. Scott Hollywood wins nostalgia. I believe
That's a
Brian.
great name too. I just love that.
It is a great name. It is good. Yeah, you can't forget that.
No, not at all.
I believe it's Brian Petrin wins street, and Junior is Samantha Chatwood. Samantha, third generation racer.
Yeah.
Her grandfather, John Chatwood, won lots of championships there. Father Jason won championships at Shannonville. Her brother Dylan, actually, who's not racing junior anymore.
Yeah. He was a junior champion a couple years ago.
Junior champion, yes, absolutely. And now Samantha, a junior champion. So congratulations to them. All those winners at Shannonville. It was awesome. Great to see the event back there.
Yeah.
Chuck is back next year for sure.
Yeah, the schedule's already up even for 2023. It's posted
absolutely.
There.
That's rolling, and they are doing a gathering. I know Chuck's watching here. I believe it's 2 weeks, November 19th. I believe they're doing an event at the Dugout Bar and Grill here in Belleville for all the Shannonville racers who want to get together and checking that out.
It's a neat point series setup too, that Chuck took this year. That I got to admit, I like the model, like free points.
Yep.
Just show up and you're in.
Absolutely.
You know, and I got to admit, I love that concept. Like, you know, there's no entry fee to it. They sponsors paying the purses. I think there's a contributional part that comes out of.
It comes out of the entry
fees, right? Yeah.
I believe so.
And yeah, so you show up, you're in the points, right? Like I love the idea because all it takes is one guy to show up or one girl to show up, put a good day up on the board, right? Not intend to join in. All of a sudden, you see your name sitting second or third, and you know, like you're in, kind of, right? Like you get that the hook is going to get sunk probably, right? So
absolutely, and you never know what can happen, right?
Yeah.
In an event like that, and when they had 4 races or 4 weekends of racing, right? There's a lot of racing in there, but there's enough you can get one weekend and make a huge jump in the points. So it was good.
If you come in, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a place that wasn't in points, went out first weekend or second weekend, and like just scoring round wins all over the place. And like, had I only joined the points, I'd have actually be doing something right now. And you know what? Had I just had a free entry system, I'm there every weekend now because you fall into a points lead, you're going to stick that out for a little while, right? Or you fall into a good spot. You are, you know what? Maybe I am going to go there next weekend. Anyway, I like the concept. I really, really do. I think it's a good deal.
For sure.
So I guess we'll head to, we'll jump on the 401. We'll take it out to 402, get off on 81, and follow that up to Grand Bend.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I was pretty close there, I think. So
Absolutely.
Grand Bend Motorplex, Thunder Series. They've another successful year. I'm trying to think what I was trying to get out there. I can't remember what year it was. I saw a post somewhere that had like which season they were in, and I can't quite even remember what it is. It's like 22nd or 23rd Thunder Series point season. Like they're coming up on 25, I think, which is a little tough to. Maybe it's over 25. 1998. Is that 25?
98's not quite. Maybe 25 next year.
Yeah, next year. So 25th next year. So 24th this year. So we'll kick it off with top ET, Will Steckley. I think we've talked about Will more than enough on this show, and we'll continue to talk about him in another slide or two here. But Will Steckley driving Brian Brutsky's Camaro, taking the win in top. Really close points race going into the final day. Kevin Knight, who went to the World Championships down in Holly Springs for IHRA due to a points win 2021, I believe, 2021 or 2020. But he went down as one of the COVID holdbacks of the last couple of years. Final day, we've got Will up by 4 rounds, goes out in round 1. The door is open, and Kevin knocks him all the way down to be within 1 round and goes out in round 4 to lose the championship by 1 round. So really tight race. That was a fun one to watch unfold. Junior advanced, Jordan Crow taking the win over Ethan Birch, Brody Brown finishing in 3rd. Again, another close one, like 3 rounds separating them. Jordan goes around on Sunday. Ethan goes 3 rounds, comes up 3 rounds short. Mathematically has a shot, you know, as Sunday morning rolls around here, right? But a great points race all year. Will Steckley, have I mentioned him before? I don't know if I've mentioned him before.
I think so.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Maple City Tire Modified. What a year Will had, to be honest with you, in both cars. On the bottom, he was pretty deadly. On the top, he was just as good. But 8-round lead finishing off Sunday. It wasn't mathematically clinched Sunday morning, but I think the way it all unfolded was like the Bob Glidden scenario. Ray Orr had to pretty much win everything every round. Will had to go out, and I don't know if there's any bonus points, but he needed every year that he had. But gave it a good run, went some rounds. I think he actually went to the final round. Ray did, but Will matched him long enough that it didn't matter. So double winner, one of those rare double championships. You don't see that very often, right? It's a tough thing to accomplish, and he did it in 2 separate cars. It wasn't even like it was one car just on a roll. So congratulations to Will in the double championship. We're going to go to bike and sled. David Duval picking up the win. And this is, I tell you, here's another fun one. So final day, David Duval, John Minnie, Stephen Payne, Dan Bellew, and Cody Howe, all within 6 rounds of each other. Okay. First place, which is David Duval, wins the championship, is up 1 round over John Minnie, Stephen Payne. So there's only 1 round difference, 18 to 17, and then going back to 14, which is 4 rounds, and 6, which is Cody Howe. Nobody wins round 1.
Perfect.
1 round from first to third. Second is tied, for second. There's all sorts of possibilities, but a tight points race where you've got a 4-horse race going into Sunday. But congratulations to David Duval. Hold on. That must have been a tough top end. I got to admit, that would have been one of those ones where I just sat there by the ticket booth, just watching stuff getting printed, hoping and praying. And finally everything comes out your way, Not that I've done that or anything, but, moving on, Tommy's Motors Outlaw 330s. This is the Outlaw Junior class. Basically, it's a 330 setup, so 8th mile for the 8th mile class. Yeah, that makes sense, right? There you go. Brody Brown picking up the win. Decisive. Like, this was set and locked up going into the final weekend. He ran away with this one. Kira Trilo finishing in 2nd. Lauren Roy in 3rd. Junior Dragster Beginner, Brianne Federico. I think I got that one. Over Paige Roy. Tight race going into Sunday. 4-round difference. Paige did her best to try to get it closed up, but just ran out of time. Real estate in round 2, I guess, because that's unfortunately where she went out. Open comp, we've got Dan Morgan picking up the championship, another decisive one, over 10 rounds between him and 2nd place, which was Chris Jones. So another one of those rolling into the championship weekend, and it's just a matter of time before you put the trophy on your shelf. Congratulations to Dan. Another championship, and he's won a lot. Like, he's won mod, I think he's won top over the years at Grand Bend. So another class for him to add the crown to. Street ET, Kimberly Arquette, decisive 23-round wins, almost 20 rounds ahead of 2nd. Like,
that's not bad.
And Sean Hines, great job. Shelby Almus finishing in 4th. Chloe Almus finishing in 5th, tied with, I think they're sisters. If I'm wrong on that, forgive me. So Kimberly Arquette really just laying it down in the Street ET class. Rock's Edge Extreme 32. Dean Schwimmler with an exciting finish. There's a few classes here that on Sunday, nothing was decided. Like, we weren't at this race. We were in Bristol.
Yeah.
We were on our way to Bristol. That was
That's
the
right.
Sunday of the championship, now that I think about it. Dean winning it by, what I can tell here, less than a round over Kevin Knight. Harry Goosens, literally qualifying points, I think, is all that's separating, like 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. But another very close race. A lot of the great names that you see on Grand Bend, Extreme 32, top ET class, duking it out. But congratulations to Dean. A lot of great names there for him to have competed against. And that's Grand Bend Thunder Series. Sidestep to their other series, kind of. The Pro Sportsman Dragster Series. So this is Top Sportsman, Top Dragster. Top Sportsman Championship, Louis Raimondo. So Louis is familiar with the name. He's also one of the guys who organizes the Race Cayuga Sportsman Series, along with Charlene Lepp. Louis' off time is spent running a Top Sportsman car. So that's fast. There you go, right? Top Dragster, Brody Vandergeld. Brody's with the Lowdown Hot Rods crew. They've been running for years. Dominant setup. One of those supercharged, like, not old school, but like the real supercharged top dragster, right? Yeah. Like a cool, deal. So congratulations to those guys. Great wins for them. I know that was a tough fought series. Again, I think Brody had it locked up Saturday night after qualifying. Louis, they had to fight it all out, and they were down to 4 cars on Sunday before rain kicked in, and the championship still was up in the air at 4 cars left before the rain hit. Wes Goddard and Bob Robinson were still in on that, I think, at 4 with Louis. And depending on how all that semifinal went down to the final, there was a shot for, I believe, Wes to still take that one. So great job to those guys. Fun finals for all of the Grand Bend series. Let's jump back on the 401, 416, 417, detour through Ottawa, cross the river, and we're going to end up in Luskville.
That's right. That's right. A few twists and turns along the way too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just for fun.
Or actually, I should miss that. You might want to take the 407 around Toronto. I highly suggest it, but nonetheless, we're pretty close there, right?
Yeah. Whatever suits your fancy, you know. Luskville, that's where we ran most of the year. Where I was, tight finish, Super Pro. Chris Deniquay wins the championship there. That was the first championship for Chris. Chris been there going forever, right? With his old man Jerry. Jerry might be getting old and senile, but apparently they can still make that Camaro work.
And they thrashed on that car too.
Like they never stop. They never stop. I have never, like, you would swear you were watching a Top Fuel team sometimes when you watch those boys working on that poor thing. But they had it working this year, right? They had it rolling, and good for them. It was a tight finish. We didn't get to run our final event on Thanksgiving, is what it is. But it, good for those guys. They earned it. They had an awesome year. And I spoke about it a little bit earlier in a few episodes past. Chris won the championship without winning an event. He was just consistently good every weekend out and did really well. So good for those boys. It was awesome. Tight race. A lot of door cars up top. It was Chris, then Dale Gauthier, Mike Chenier, all three on the door car side. I finished fourth. We were close, right? I think we were all within, I want to say 4 or 5 rounds. Like the top 5 was within 5 rounds. So it was going to be a great race for the final weekend, but good for those guys. And that's awesome to see them have a great year.
What you love about championship racing too, like for Chris, you don't get that, that win, right?
Yeah.
But that consistency that you got every weekend is getting rewarded to you in the championship, right? And that's why you gotta love points racing some days. Like some days there isn't little victories. There's just one big victory, but it takes a whole bunch of, consistency along the way to do it. So that is a really cool deal.
And I've talked about this before with things like that, right? Now you get the plaque for them. They get the plaque for the year, right? And their name goes on that forever. And some of the names on there, I've seen the trophy before, then that you've grown up watching these guys and race with these guys that in your mind are legendary, right? And you want your name to be up there, to be a part of that. And, when I've spoke about it, talked about it, an event win is awesome. What a points championship is forever. You know what I'm saying? Like you were the champion. So that's awesome for Chris. Semi-pro rolled around. I'm not sure the number of championships for him yet. I can't find that out sometime. Stephen Valentine takes the semi-pro championship, dominates through again. Arguably the most dominant foot brake racer in that area for Luskville, the Super Tour, all that Quebec stuff like that. Great racer. It was a great points fight. He was also very close in the Super Tour that we'll talk about next. But had an awesome year, right? Rolled through. And then he ran a few Super Pro events as well, still foot braking, and was lighting them up. So good for Steven there.
Go some rounds, I think, on one of the weekends was there, and it was like that little car was going hot.
I think it was the 330 shootout. 330 shootout he went. We watched a lot of with him because we went to the finish line, which was half track, but and watched that one, and he was dominating pretty well. So congratulations, Stephen Valentine. Juniors, Leah Monahan. Leah in her final year as a junior, I believe. I think she might be on and off next year. I've talked to her dad, Eric, a couple of times about it. I believe a dragster is already set up for her. that she's going to be in. She's tried it a few times last year, driving her brother Trevor's dragster, doing some burnouts. Like she launched it once or twice. But we talked about Leah all summer and how she dominated, every Luskville event it's seen.
Mm-hmm.
But all the girls that in the junior program, right? I believe I said before, like the ladies outnumber the boys like almost by triple,
Yeah.
So good for them. A great junior series and going to be a great racer growing up. So congratulations, Leah. We'll roll through the Super Tour. Technically in Super Pro, there are two champions. There's a dragster champion and a door car champion. The door car, for the first time in Super Tour history, the overall champion was a door car driver. Dave Rennie takes the win there. And then the dragster was Phil Harvey. Congratulations, both of them. Phil had a lights out year. It almost seems like it's wild that Phil didn't win, but he had two entries. And then was way high up with both of them, right? And then I think at the end of the year, he went really deep but he went with the wrong entry, which would have put him in the lead over it. But either way, congratulations to them both.
Dude, it's kind of neat with that.
Yeah.
I think like when you think about the double entered point series, right? Like you got to roll, and almost easy to roll the wrong number. Like it can almost help you as much as hurt you as much as it helps you, right? But I remember you checking the points stuff on that night. It's like, I'm like, how is Harvey not in the lead? And that's when you pointed out two different numbers, right? Every weekend was doing well.
Exactly. It's funny because for a couple of times, and this is a quick trivia I'm doing in my head. 2 times, the points champion of the series was double entered and was the runner-up. Kyle Jessup did it. He won, got first and second. And then when I won, I got first and second. But that was the first year that they had the door car champion. So I was first and third. But I was, my 2 entries were at the top. So yeah,
that's neat.
It's neat, right? It's different. Semi-pro for that one, Richard Miller, the little black Maverick. Thing works awesome. Richard Miller has ran that for a long time. No, so it's Richard Miller's car. It's Jim Giff. I was trying to think of it in my head. I just have Richard Miller wrote down. But Jim Giff driving Richard Miller's Maverick for that. Jim's been doing this for a long time. They both have together as a team. They're great racers, great competitors. I have really good conversations with Jim about, attitude going into races and stuff like that. So it's really good. Good for them to come out and take over, get a championship. They said Stephen Valentine was right up there as well. Junior for the Super Tour was Xavier Magny. And he was flying. Xavier was like flying in that junior at the end of it. But congratulations to them. They had a great year as well. So I love the race in the Super Tour. It's great racing. So tight. I could bring the points up later, and maybe we'll take a look at it and we'll actually go through the numbers of how tight it all was. But it was some great racing, and then it should be awesome for next year as well. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I think there's some big things coming there too with that. Because I even have to admit, like I've been looking at it going, I think I could swing running this, right? Like you go into enough of them to put a run on. It's just once the schedule's drop, we'll see where we end up running around. But it's a good deal. Like they're fun events. The point series setup is a real neat deal. The Angers go out of their way to really put together something really special, right? They got a great group of business partners, sponsors, sort of thing going on there, right? And then it's a great events at Luskville. It'd be nice to if they go somewhere else, I look forward to trying out some of the other tracks if everything works out too out there, right? But it's a great deal.
It is great. It would be awesome if you were able to run it, especially because most of these are all strictly on long weekends. So it helps out a little bit at least.
It's got Monday to get back. If you're traveled, right, like that 8-hour, 10-hour tow home, if you don't have to wake up and go to work on Monday. Like if that is an
Yeah.
option, boy, is it a great option. Like, park the truck outside
Yeah.
or
Exactly.
whatever the backyard is for parking, and just get a few extra hours before you have to function.
Yeah. That's right.
So let's switch gears slightly. We're not going to head to a track next. We're actually going to head out to a specific association, Can-Am Stock and Super Stock. They returned with a really big season, good points turnout for them. They ran, we had 12 races. They had 14 scheduled. Unfortunately, the first Grand Bend weekend rained out, or was canceled. It's a rain out here. So it's kind of neat. There's a claimer series, and it's 5. Your best 5, and they run up to 14 races. So the chance to move around, move up in points, and not necessarily have to be every race is kind of unique. So it's always fun watching those last 4 weekends unfold, because you can watch guys and girls who are sitting in 10th, 11th, 12th, if they can put a run on, just climb the ladder fast. This year, Brian Clayton, who is a multi-time Can-Am champion, picked up the win. He took the win over Dan Flanagan. So now that all our American friends are back up running with his Dan's from Western New York, he used to run a top sportsman car for many years. People would know as, I think, the GoCo car for a long time. So Dan picked up, I think, a stalker. I have to confirm on that one. Maybe someone can fix it up for me. But anyway, Brian with the win. Dan Flanagan second. Bob Park.
Andrew,
Long.
I
Yeah.
think you're stuck. We're cutting out a little bit on it. Your audio's a little in and out. I don't know if we can roll back, come out, come back in. We'll just give it a try, and then roll through. It's like it's all coming together, and then spitting it out really fast. You sound good.
That's not good.
No, you sound. I think you sound fun. It's an interesting way to do it, bud. We'll whip through that. I'll try and go through some of these. I know Rachel's working on it. We're gonna try and fix this up. I'm not sure how to, what we're necessarily gonna do for it, but we'll whip through on it. I'll roll through the Napierville stuff, and then if you want to hit, we'll take it out or back out of the chat there, and then come back on, and we'll see if it works again after.
Okay.
Perfect. So while Andrew's doing that, we're going to whip through the Napierville results quick. This year, Daniel Langto in his black Camaro took the win. He has already got a new ride set up and moving on. So he's now switching over into a Roadster. Not sure how quick it's going to be in that one yet, but he was in a Roadster before, rolled through that, really enjoyed it, had really good luck, and then went to the full body car. Apparently he didn't like it as much, so he's going to whip it back around and try again in the Roadster. Karine Gendron, I believe she raced a lot of Super Tour stuff. I've seen lots of great results from them, so congratulations to them. Finally getting some final point series success on there. Juniors, Maverick Angers, I believe, for anybody who's paid attention to the podcast and really kept up with everything that's been going on, nobody's surprised with this. Maverick dominated all year long for everything he did in the junior, whether that was Super Tour, Luskville, Napierville, and especially Napierville. I'd say almost every weekend he had at least one winner circle picture, if not 2. So congratulations to Maverick, rolling on, keeping up the family name, right? All the Angers kids are going to be ridiculous to deal with when they get older, just as Fred and Frank are right now. So, Andrew, we'll see if you're back.
Well, let's see. We're talking about Can-Am.
You sound
so
way
how
better.
we doing? Yeah? Okay.
You sound way better.
All right. I don't know what I did. Technical term might have been cursing at the screen, but I don't know what that may have did or not. But so we'll jump back in Can-Am real quick. Brian Clayton was champion in the Can-Am Stock Super Stock. Dan Flanagan in second. Bob Park bringing it out on third. We're still coming through okay there, I guess. Yeah.
Mint, bud. Mint.
Okay. Perfect. Let's switch gears. We're going to head west. I don't know what highways we need to get on to get out here, but
A few
in a few days. Saskatchewan International Dragway. It's the Saskatchewan Drag Racing Association. So this would be one of those examples of sadly, Eastern racers not being fully aware of what's west of us. We had a message from them earlier today asking the question of, hey, what about the Saskatchewan racers? Well,
That's right.
You messaged us. We are aware. We apologize if we've missed over you before, but we're on here. We found the points for 2022. So Super Pro, Travis McBain. And here's something maybe someone out there could tell me about this. So I'm looking at the make model, right? Like I kind of go through points, and whenever someone posts the make and model of something or other, I'm always curious, right? So Amy Schwab, who finished second in points, right? 2010 rear engine dragster. Taryn McBain, I'm assuming there's association to Travis. 2012 dragster. But Travis, 61 Sunbeam Alpine.
Sounds interesting. I had no idea what that is, but it sounds interesting.
Yes. Like, I would love to know what that is. I'm going to have to do some Google searching because in Super Pro, that just sounds unique, right? Like, that's one of those things where it's that car and he's winning the championship. So congratulations to Travis. Season-long points hunt. They start just around 2-4 and they ran all the way past Labor Day. Looks to be about 13 races. Best 11 of 13. So Claimer Series, drop 2. We will move on to Pro. Braden Harrow. I hope I got that one right. I apologize if I didn't. Picked up the win over Jansen Atten. I see someone coming in here.
Which one are you checking out, bud?
You know what? I saw something for Grand Bend, and I wasn't sure if I had the right or wrong points there on something. Anyway, so Saskatchewan, Jansen Atten finished second. Ryan Appleby in third. Congratulations to those racers. We'll move to Sportsman. Sydney Weeks taking first place over Amanda Jacek Flamen. Keith Desjardins? I thought that was Desjardins for a second, but that is not. Keith Desjardins in third. I'm not sure the point system, just because I was trying to figure this out as we were going through the program on this one with the way the round wins go. But Sydney looks like she had a pretty dominating final weekend to kind of take the overall points on it. But tight by the looks of it going into that final weekend. So congratulations to Sydney. Street Legal. Amanda Jacek Flamen picking up the championship there. This one a little less decisive, or a little more decisive, in that there looked to be a lot of round wins between first and second. Evan Stephenson finishing in second. Keith Desjardins in third. That looked like a close race for third place. Congratulations to the champions of Saskatchewan. And if you notice your track hasn't been posted on here, or we haven't talked about it, send us a message. We would appreciate it. We'll take that. We are always looking for results, whether it's race results, sport, or points of results, updates. This is the update season, right? Luskville's Haven. We've got a lot of news out east about tracks acquiring their land they're on and upgrades. Like, this is upgrade season. So if something's going on at your track, let us know. We would love to talk about it.
Absolutely. And I've checked out the Saskatchewan website before. Like, the place looks really cool. I'm excited to find some more information about it, right? So let's keep that moving.
Absolutely.
Keep it rolling. So that's about it for our champions, right, Andrew? We got everybody?
I think so. Yeah.
Wrote down?
Yeah.
We're in good shape. Congratulations to everybody for it, right? We understand how tough a championship is, right? And how long the season is. And then it's every round, right? It's not just, you have to be good the final day. No, that starts day one.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
For this event. And you start making headway for it right away. So, congratulations to all those people. Great to have them. Great to see great series out there and great points chases as well. So for everybody who has still, Andrew hit it.
No, I was just going to say, from the Department of I Missed It in the Canadian Countdown, back to the hub. I posted there on last Sunday. Ken Mostowich, Super Comp winner. Vegas, wasn't this Sunday, the previous Sunday, in Super Comp at the Vegas Nationals. And the top dragster winner, I lost my page that I was on here. I just had it, and my split screen messed me up. Top dragster, Canadian.
I think I did
Remember
see
it's-
that.
Yeah. I feel awful here now. I lost this page and I had it here a second ago. We'll find that name in a second here. But he switched cars, drives all the way down from the Great White North, kills a motor in qualifying, gets to borrow a car, gets in like 31st in Top Dragster, and then wheels a car he's never been in all the way to the final at a national event. And so we're talking new rounds every day, blind rounds coming at you left, right, and center, and picks up the win. And I'll find it here before we go off the air because now I just feel terrible that I missed it here. But congratulations. And Ken Mostowich, you ever seen Ken's Super Comp ride?
I have, yeah. It's wicked.
Yeah, Camaro with a 706 door car, right?
No, it's cool.
Unreal.
Yeah. So for everybody who did hang out through the show, we did announce or say that we have a big announcement coming up. You have made it there. It is time for the big announcement. Let me get on here. Share the screen. Screen 2. Share. Boom. There it is. The Bracket Life Winter Rumble Practice Tree Challenge. This will be coming up February 4th, 2023. Mark that on your calendars. Make sure you check that all out. We will be doing a practice tree race or event right here in Belleville, Fairfield Inn and Suites. Information on the flyer for that. Right off 401. Easy to get to. You get off, make one turn, boom, then you're at the parking lot. So right across from the Quinny Mall, lots of restaurants around. Does have a pool. We will have food set up for everyone throughout the day. Bring your family, hang out, have a good weekend. We're going to take up your time for Saturday, most of Saturday. But there's lots of round town for people to do.
Absolutely.
If you want to come, so we're doing 4 races, 3 main event races, $1,000 to win, $5,000 to win, and then $1,000 finale. Bottom ball brawl, that'll be $500 to win, and then it's gonna be great, right? So the rules, we'll whip through them pretty quick on this. You are allowed to triple enter in this. Just keep it up, practice your race so we can go through quicker. So we'll whip through, give you some more opportunities for that. This will be best 2 out of 3 for this event. So you step up. First round, you get a practice hit, or I believe it says 2 practice hits on the first one.
Yep.
Then best 2 out of 3, winner moves on. And then from the rest of the event after that, then it'll just be 2 out of 3 and hit it. So doors open at 11. First round will be at 2 p.m. for the first race. So you have 3 hours to get your time hits in, practice up, give it a try. We will have it set up early for you. We'll have buttons there. They'll be set up with the mushroom head on it. So that's what we'll be using. We're going to use one of the half trees. I'm not sure what exactly the name of it is, but like 3 or 4 feet tall. Then it's not as bright as a full tree.
Yeah.
Not blind you. You don't need your sunglasses for this. You'll be able to turn around and walk away without seeing stars.
Yeah, that works too. Nothing like getting blinded by that bulb as it's flashing on and then trying to recover on that one, right?
Exactly. So this will get posted so you can inspect this a little better. I'm sure you can only see so much on your screen right now. We wanted to get it out. Still working on the little details. You know how it is, right? Putting it together. But this is what it will be. These are the payouts. This is the entry fees. You can get a deal to triple enter all 3 races for $250. So essentially you get 1 entry into the $5,000 for free when you do the full triple enter. Buybacks, cheap, easy, $10 for $1,000 to win, $30 for $5,000 to win. So, there's lots of opportunity here. Come, have a good time, make some money at it. Just have fun, right?
Find a winter day and go do something fun with all our racing friends that, honest to God, come middle of February, you're just jonesing to go see again, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to do this. This is the official announcement that we're putting this out. Rachel and I have worked really hard on this to get it organized. This is something we wanted to do for a long time. I think that it's a great opportunity for racers. And then for something easy. You know, you can come race with people from all over the place without having to tow your motorhome and trailer and everything else, right? Come meet the people, check it all out. If all goes well, we will have a lot of track announcements going on. There will be track and series representatives at this event. You want to come meet somebody, set up something like that, this is your chance to do it. You know, I know at all of these events in the wintertime, there's lots of deals or parts getting sold, picked up, whatnot. This is
a great opportunity to pick up the part you buy from Ogilvie Automotive. That's right. We can have them there. We'll have all the Bracket Life stuff there. So we will post this. Any questions, shoot me a message, shoot Rachel a message, whatever you think. Let us know what you think. If we can get some ideas of more people who's going to be there, then it's easier to plan, right? Food and whatnot. There will be a rate on rooms. We are still working with the hotel just to figure out what the code will be and then how we're going to block that all off. But we're set up. We checked out the event space. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. Yeah. So this will be the first kind of event that Bracket Life gets to promote on our own, and we'll see how it goes. It should be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. Can't wait to get out there. 2 days before my birthday. How much more exciting can that get?
That's right. You roll down here, Andrew, pick up, a $5,000 main event win. It's a good birthday present, is it not?
I'd like to say yes, but I'm going to be honest with you. Andrew in practice tree races have had a terrible history. On track, he's done okay, but my expectations were much, much lower. I just plan to get in and get out with a liver still intact.
Yeah,
but
hey. No, I hear you. I love it. We do some of our best work on the practice tree race. We've had a lot of fun doing them. When we do the Busters one that all the Luskville people put on, so it's fun. I'm really excited. I hope that we get a lot of support. I hope there's a lot of great people to come and check it out. I hope that, we can really start something here.
Absolutely. No, it's a great deal. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great event. So
I sure hope so, bud. I sure hope so. It'll be fun.
Absolutely. Aaron Steinke. Is that right? Did I pronounce that right? Does that sound wrong? Travis is probably watching this and just going here. Yeah.
I'm not sure it sounds right,
No, it's not. It's Aaron.
You got Aaron.
Yeah.
You got
Aaron. I think so. Unless this is one of those Aaron situations.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
That could be bad. But Aaron S., that's who I closed the wrong page with a rookie move. But Aaron was the gentleman who won Top Dragster at the NHRA Las Vegas Nationals in Top Dragster.
Good for him.
What are you watching this weekend? You got any races on?
I don't know. We have the Luskville Banquet this weekend, so I'm not sure I'll be watching a whole lot of anything. I'm sure something will be on.
Pomona.
Oh,
there's some Lucas Oil championships still, I believe, up for grabs.
I believe for anybody in my area and potentially your area, Pete Dagnolo out there, he's leading right now over Mr. Stanfield.
Yep.
Oh God, it's the first name.
I always think of Aaron. That's the only name.
I always think it's Aaron, but it's not Aaron. It's
not
Aaron because Aaron's his son.
That's right. Pete, for those who don't know, for Pete Dagnolo, I'm quasi sure most would have heard of him. He's multi-time big money winner, great super stock racer. And so Pete trekked all the way from the Rochester, New York area out to Vegas weeks ago to run the NHRA national event, stick around for the double divisional. And our boy Pete has been battling with the Stanfields. He was in second. They had a huge matchup Sunday morning of the NHRA national event that I think Pete came out the wrong side of there. Then turns it around a week later at the divisional and 8-point lead and can only block at Pomona. Kirk Vanny telling me here. So super tight going into Pomona. I don't know if he stuck around for Pomona, but I'm positive Stanfield's heading to Pomona.
Absolutely.
If he's not claimed out there. And I haven't seen anyone say that Pete's got it locked. So that is going to be a big weekend. I'm going to watch that, see if our boy can lock that out. That would be a big win for Western New York. Is just full of just uncanny super stock racers, right? Dan Fletcher,
Just great racers in general.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
general.
ridiculous. Yeah.
World champions all over the place. Maduri, right, with PDRA top dragster. I know I'm missing a bunch. I shouldn't have opened this can of worms.
Just put Fletcher and Biondo in there. Like, where is a more successful super stock place other than potentially Vegas, where Justin Lamb is from?
There's an interesting one. Which state has the most world championships, like born and raised?
Yeah, that'd be cool. We're not there for that. Like, I don't like.
No.
That'd be a thing that, like, Luke and Jed would throw out there.
Yeah, it's valid,
and they would know. Well, Luke would
probably. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
He would. That's a neat conversation to have, because I'm sure there's a bunch more we're not thinking of, and people that have moved around. That's like that's not their home state anymore. But
there's got to be.
Right.
We'll just have Luke on, and we'll just ask him here.
Just a Q&A with him. What's this? Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
But,
exactly.
Anyway, so for those out there looking for something to watch, NHRA Auto Club Nationals, NHRA.
I was also reminded the door car race, Loose Rocker door car race which is now in Galot, not in Piedmont.
That's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
How is it November?
They're
8th?
not sure. They're not sure if they're racing yet. Weather is looking apparently iffy. Saw a bunch of posts today asking about that. I'm not sure of anybody going. I know Dave Gunn was looking at going, and then who else?
There was a couple people I know talking about it.
All right, they were looking at it. Not sure if anybody has left yet. I hope not, because they're unsure they're going to race it. But if anybody does, let us know. And if they do race, we'll watch that. I think that's about that for this week. On it. Congratulations to all our champions for that we hit from every track this week and 2 weeks ago. Thank you to OGILVIE'S and all the sponsors that support the broadcast. We appreciate everything, keeping this going. We love doing this. This is it's a great time. I really enjoy it. I'm glad that everybody on here gets to enjoy it, and we have the great interaction with everything. The comments are awesome, right? I love having it when we can really rely on the comment section to keep us honest.
Department of Corrections.
That's right.
That's the title, Department of Corrections, because God knows I need it. So
that's how it goes, though. So that was great. Keep up with us. Keep up with everything Bracket Life. Let us know what's going on. Make sure invite your friends, Canadian Drag Racing Hub. Post all your stuff there. Keep everybody informed. Let the people know. Turn on notifications for the group. It is a good one to remember that. You can join the group, but if notifications aren't on, how you ever going to get notified if people post cool stuff there? Right? You got to find it somehow. So that was an awesome week. I'm glad we got to really do the champions that highlighted. We are going to look at having champions on here. We want to hear about them. Send us some messages. Let us know you're interested in coming on. We want to have people on. Unfortunately, long winter. I'm not excited for it. I'm sure Andrew's not. In the background of, if I know people can't really see it, that's where the Super Tour Bacon was, in the background of Andrew there. So, that's where I'd rather be. I got no interest in this cold weather.
None.
But we'll
live
see what happens
vicariously through all the racers who go south, right?
Exactly. That's all we really can do. So we'll see what happens. But thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. Follow Bracket Life, like our Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, get all the info, right? Get notified when we're going to go live next, what the topic is, sign up, get the newsletter, everything like that. And we will see you all again in 2 weeks. Have fun. Let us know what happens, and we'll talk soon.
See you then.
Started the business over 35 years ago. A lot has changed over the years, but one thing still remains the same.
Our passion for fixing cars. With a team of over 12 men and women, they work day in and day out to provide us the best quality service possible.
From light and heavy duty vehicle repairs and maintenance work.
Diagnostics and racing transmissions.
Performance parts and Jeep upgrades.
Automotive detailing.
Used car sales.
And towing through our sister company, AC Towing.
Our team has the knowledge and understanding to solve all your vehicle needs while putting your mind at ease.
Experience the Ogilvie difference.
It's worth the drive.